The UK once put two men on trial for cannibalism. But were they guilty or were they just trying to survive? Would you kill someone to survive? Sounds extreme, right? But what if you were stranded in the middle of the ocean with no food, no water, and starving? What if there was no other choice? Well, that's exactly what happened in The Crown and Dudley and Stevens. And let me tell you, this case is crazy. It's 1884. Four sailors set sail on a yacht, travelling from England to Australia. But suddenly, disaster strikes. The yacht is destroyed in a huge freak storm, leaving the men stranded in a tiny wooden lifeboat hundreds of miles away from land, with no food, no water, and no rescue in sight. And that's when things take a dark turn. At first, they drank rainwater and tried to catch fish. But after 10 days, they're weak. After 15 days, they're starving. Then, after 19 days, they realise they might not make it. One of them, a 17-year-old boy named Richard Parker, was dying from dehydration. And that's when two of the senior sailors decided someone had to die for the others to live. According to their later testimony, they held a meeting and agreed that Parker was too weak to survive anyway. The next morning, they killed him and ate his body to stay alive. And guess what? 4 days later, they were miraculously rescued by a passing ship. But instead of being treated as survivors, they were immediately arrested and charged with murder. Dudley and Stevens argued that they had no choice. Without Parker's body, all of them would have died anyway. They said it was a case of survival, not murder, but the court thought differently. The court ruled that necessity is not a defense to murder. Killing someone, even to save yourself, is still a crime. They were sentenced to death, but due to public sympathy, they received a reduced prison sentence of 6 months. And this case set a legal precedent, being you cannot kill somebody just because it improves your odds of survival. This ruling still applies today in the UK. So let's be real. If you were stranded in the ocean, starving to death, and your only option was to kill somebody to survive, would you do it? Or was this a straight up murder case? Drop your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. Was this justice or just survival? Comment below. If you think this case was shocking, wait until you hear another case that's even worse. Hit follow for more wild legal cases and UK law breakdowns.